Aqua Soul family, what it do? It's your girl Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's up, you guys? I hope you're doing fantastic. Your girl certainly is. Holy angels and spirit guides, give me clear, concise messages for my Aquarius gang. Give us exactly what we need to know. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as I stated, the messages are general, guys. Sometimes I forget to say it, but it's always listed in the details. These are general messages, guys, okay? So take what resonates, leave the rest. Cross watchers, if you need to switch a story, you can do so. Put yourself where you belong in the story. That goes for everyone, okay? Just be open, as tarot is fluid, okay? I believe if you're here, though, there's something here for you, okay? Everything can't be for everybody, but I believe if you're here, if we're here, if we right here with it, there's something here for you, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get things going. In reference to your meditation, I have to say, I didn't get... I feel like there was definitely some fuck shit going on. Let me just say that. I'm just gonna say that, okay? Before y'all start getting into my ass. Definitely feel like there was some fuckery, some foolery that you had to experience, that you had to endure. It was definitely non-deserving. You did not deserve this. But I still felt sad. Oh my gosh. Normally when some fuck shit comes up, I'm ready to go in. Y'all already know. Y'all know how I do. And if you new here, then you better ask about me. You better Google me, bitch. Google, okay? Go take a look back at my Rolodex. I will get into these people's ass. Y'all know I do. I just felt an overwhelming sadness. And I don't know why. Certainly sad from the standpoint of, I hate that you had to go through what you had to endure, right? Who gives a fuck about what don't kill you, make you stronger? Like, that's some bullshit. The bullshit was some bullshit, right? So definitely sadness on your part, but dare I say that the sadness was more stemming from the individual. Like, I felt a deepened sadness for them. This would have been someone who really did you dirty, okay? They did not handle this relationship in the capacity in which they should have. They either cut corners or there was some deceitful behavior. Maybe there was a betrayal for some of you. There may have been a fight for power. There could have been a lack of validation, a lack of solidarity, right? Or of exclusivity, whatever it was. I can't help but feel this deep, saddening feeling for this person. And I just don't know why. Okay, well, let's just dig in. Okay, so first card out. This is definitely at the heart of the matter. So very soon. So this is definitely about something that was time sensitive. This could be somebody who tried to buy time. This could be someone who thought that they had all the time in the world. This could be somebody who wasted too much time. This could be somebody who didn't even, who thought that time wasn't even a thing. Time doesn't exist, right? Everything is fluid. There is no such thing as time. Therefore, I can do what I want, right? Without repercussion or without pause, and I can still make it right. I can still turn back around. I can still right my wrongs. I can still do some fuck shit and still come back. You know what I'm saying? Or I can still fuck around and still come right back, right? Yikes. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So we had a choice that was not made for sure. This person did not choose this relationship. They chose something else. This could be somebody who had some really disgusting habits. What are these habits, guys? What is this? Was this person addicted to sex? Were they addicted to attention? Were they addicted to drugs, alcohol? You know what I'm saying? Were they always inebriated? Did they have a lack of awareness? What was this addiction of this person? Is this someone who was addicted to power, control, self-loathing, right? Or putting others down in order to big themselves up? So now we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. The sadness is coming from this card, guys. Wow. I do have the idea that this person did decide that you were the one, but they didn't put the actions behind it. This is somebody who knows who you are to them. They are not oblivious, just in case you were wondering, because I get the need to say that because some of you may have been questioning that. If you were tripping, right? I know I'm not a dumb motherfucker. I know I'm not dumb. I know I'm not stupid. So how the hell would I have fallen for someone who has done this? How the hell would I have fallen into this and it's not real? Was it real? Was it there? Was it not? Was I tripping? Was I blinded? Did I have on rose-colored glasses? Like what? It was there, but for a brief second, right? And Aquarians are analytical. So you caught that brief second, and that brief moment that the two of you would have shared, that kind of solidified the emotions. It kind of solidified the tie, right? A soul tie almost, is what kept it possible for this person to feel like time was fluid and they didn't have to clearly state their claim, right? Over this relationship, that they didn't have to clearly state. This is somebody who's been wavering. They go back and forth, in and out, you know? Sometimes they love you. Sometimes they want to love somebody else, you know? And they just kind of want that revolving door to just consistently be there for them to come in and out, in and out. Pull up when they want to, right? Especially if the two of you have a certain amount of history. The history would say that this is their pattern of behavior. Am I lying? I'm not lying. Whether the two of you have kids together, whether the two of you were married and separated, whether the two of you were kind of together but not really, like had an unspoken agreement of commitment. It feels murky like that. Nothing set in stone. Nothing, there were no written contracts in stone or no shit like that, even if y'all were married. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that this is someone who is now wanting to express something that they never quite told you before. Here's where the sadness comes in. Unfortunately, if this person does come in to express this, you're not going to believe them. Damn. Why did you wait so long? I just want to know, like, what? Why did it have to come to you forcing Aqua's hand? That's what I feel like happened here, guys, okay? They forced your hand to look elsewhere. They forced your hand to move forward with your cup. You were definitely giving them an offer, and for some of you, that offer may have been rejected, which also brings a very just heavy sadness that really hurt you. It tore you to pieces because you thought that you saw something, right? That something. It was a split second of, wow, this is my person. Wow, this could be great. Wow, we can really build something here. This seems like I could really have this forever, you know? And I mean, before you could even blink, before you could even get a real good breath in, the next breath, the shit was gone. Oh, man. So what is the conflict here? Conflict is this person dealing with subconsciously here? What is happening? This is a greedy individual. Greed. You are attached to things in an excessive way. Nothing good comes of it. So this would be the reasoning for being left in limbo, right? Being left on pause. A second thought rather than a priority. This is how this person treated you. They were waiting for something else. What they were waiting for was within the connection that the two of you had, which is something that they didn't quite realize until very recently, or they're getting ready to realize this, guys. It's going to be brought to their attention. This is someone who shies away from expressions of love. They shy away from commitment for some of you, right? Because it scares them shitless, especially because this is someone who's always looking for something better. Ugh. Now I'm starting to get disgusted. Now I am. Now I am. Now I am. You were lucky, Ma'am Sir Breastis, to ever have encountered this connection. This stumbled upon you like a lottery ticket, and you're looking for something better? For something better. Don't you know that the probability of you hitting the lotto twice, bitch, is never. Okay? Yeah, so we have wealthy man in the reverse. That certainly makes sense. Gender doesn't matter. This is someone who is most certainly feeling poverty stricken in their emotions, in their feelings, in their thoughts. Like they took the wrong gamble, right? We have false person in the reverse. So here's the thing, guys, okay? You may think that this person is a fake, a fraud, fraudulent character, right? Call the FBI. This motherfucker needs to be reported. I believe that this is someone who has always operated in this manner. However, you had high hopes for this. They actually never kind of took off. You see what I'm saying? This is somebody who, even in those moments, it was real, right? I just felt the need to validate that for you. Because you, if this is your story, may have been questioning, was that shit real? Did I imagine that shit? Like, did I make that up in my head? Did I make this all up in my head? I could not have, because if I did, then why am I so stuck? Why am I still thinking about this? Why do I even care? You know, why do I even give a fuck? You could say you don't give a fuck all you want. If this is your story, you definitely give a fuck. You do. Might not necessarily give a fuck about this person, but you most certainly care about the way that you were handled here. You're tight about that shit. You are mad. There is a sense of resentment and bitterness about how you were handled here. The lack of care. You know, this is somebody who just kind of, like I said, got a lottery ticket and went and bought 50 million bottles of water or some shit. They just blew that shit on nothing, you know? Just to be shown what they sought to go after this connection, right? Believing that this was not it, believing that there may have been more, right? Staying around for a good time and then getting the fuck out of Dodge. Very inconsistent. For some of you, coming in and out, in and out. Just to be shown that everything thereafter severely lacked the value in which they were seeking. This is someone who's always looking for the grass to be greener, who always wants more, needs more. This would definitely be a person to try and put you in a position to prove yourself, prove that you belong in their life, prove that, you know, you're worthy of them choosing you and turning away all of their other options and shit like that. This is somebody who wants to be won over and they feel like they are the prize. Why am I sad then, Spirit? Because I really want to be mad right now, but I feel so sad right now. The sadness could definitely be coming from your end, you know, for some of you, for sure. The emotions that are being brought to the forefront are not false. They are not fake. None of it was fake before and none of it will be fake thereafter, but the time constraint, right? This is about timing. And sometimes it's just too fucking late, right? Sometimes it's just too late. You know? Just because you just found out who the fuck I am. I've been trying to tell you all this time. You actually made me prove it. And you still went off into the sunset with a bunch of bitches. With a bunch of ducks. Quack, quack. Birds. Leeches. Vultures, right? You were actually pouring substance into this person's life and they now encountered several karmic, several people who they can now see your value only because of the individuals that they dealt with after you. And that is a problem for me. That's a problem for me. You're like, bitch, that's a problem for me too. Why the fuck we even talk about this shit? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is an individual who is never satisfied. There's nothing more that you could have done. Who needed to hear that? There is nothing more that you could have done. Everything went the way that it needed to go. You did everything that you needed to do. You actually did more shit than you actually should have done, because your value shows up with you. You don't have to have actions behind it and show this person something and go find several motherfucking cups for them to drink from and make sure they good and nurture them and take care of them and call them and feed them and do for them and do and do and do. No, too much. There was a lot of heavy lifting here. And that might be why you're pissed the fuck off. Because even after all that you did, after all that you actually kind of dumbed yourself down to prove yourself, because I know who you are. You actually know who the fuck you are. Let me just say that. Regardless of how this shit played out. You participated, right, in this game of proving your worth, when that should have just been recognized. And it would have been by the right person. I'm not saying that this is not the right person, but what I am saying is there's nothing more that you could have done. You did it all plus more. And this person still would have been wanting more. This is a very greedy individual. They will always want more. It's like pouring your love, your very, very top quality, high level, top shelf, premium liquor. Okay? Vodka, whatever. Into a black hole. It's unfillable. You can't fill it. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how much you give. It doesn't matter how many times you guys are intimate. It doesn't matter how many gifts you give. It doesn't matter how you express yourself or try to show them. It doesn't matter. What you're pouring into is an abyss. It's non-ending. You will always be pouring more and more and more and more. Give me more, 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 give me more as this person. Yikes. I'm starting to get mad. Fuck this sadness spirit. I'm starting to get angry. I do not like this. I don't like it at all. I don't. So now you are just now being brought to the light, my dear. Welcome. Welcome, baby brain. Welcome. Thanks for joining the rest of us who actually have brains. Yeah, I know. Mad as fuck. Whatever this situation was, I don't care how long ago it was, it could be, so tarot is fluid, right? So this could be something that I'm speaking of that has happened a while ago. This could be something current or something predictive of the future. This shit pissed you the fuck off. This shit makes you hot. Even to this day, even if it happened a long time ago, just thinking about this shit triggers something in you. It pisses you off. It gets you hot as fuck. And you hate that you still have all of these feelings towards this, but it's really the way that this person handled you, along with the fact that you did some shit in this relationship that you would have never thought that you would have ever done. Nobody else would have gotten this type of behavior out of you, and you can't believe that this motherfucker was the one to do it. And then they did you the way that they did you. Out of greed, of course. And this is someone who is still seeking some form of fulfillment, some form of validation, some form of nurturing. This is someone who is looking to be fed. This is a very greedy person. This person can eat for days. They're looking for all you can eat buffet where it's 24/7. People are always back there cooking new shit up. And they just eat and eat and eat and eat. And they never get full. And if you go out of business, then they got to find somebody else. You gotta find another place, and another place, and another. May I have one more? Yoo-hoo! One more, please. Here's what I will say, you guys. don't start cursing me out in any comments because of this. I know. Like, I don't give a fuck about your sorry ass. You damn sure you is sorry. You a sorry motherfucker. You know, save your apologies for someone who cares. The energy that is getting me highly upset is energy of this person's past behavior. And I do have to say, I feel like this person has gone through some sort of change, you guys. The greed was most certainly the conflict in this. Is most certainly what has gotten us here to this juncture. But there are some changes within this person that has led them to see, you know, and acknowledge and hold themselves accountable for the behavior that was presented here. Okay. But again, sometimes it's just too fucking late, right? They are going to come forward and express something to you. Okay. There are some romantic gestures. This person may buy you a gift. This is somebody who's going to try to align their actions with their words because there was a disconnect in the past. So they are going to try to show you the changes. But it's free will, right? You would have to be open to even engaging with this person. They would have to find you, first of all, for most of you. Yeah, they would have to find you. I don't know if that is possible. I just have to be very honest, okay? This is somebody who feels as though you showed them a part of themselves and a love that they never quite experienced before. This is why you would have gotten some of those more magnetic times with this person. Certainly was a strong connection here, guys. The good times almost seem perfect. Okay. These are times that definitely can blind people to not wanting to think about the bad in the situation. But again, I'm just being led to tell you that you didn't make it up. Okay. It's not just you. It's not just the both of you definitely felt what was happening. You were just dealing with an individual who wasn't quite ready for what this connection was going to bring. And the sad part, oh, here it is. Okay. The sad part is they asked for it. This is you. They manifested you. This is someone who's asked for you. The problem with them asking and trying to manifest in a soulmate, which is you, is this person had not done any work prior to that. Yet here they are asking for something that they are ill prepared for, not qualified for, not ready for, not even going to be able to see because you're blind. You're asleep, my G. You're sleeping at the wheel. And you was like, I'm out this bitch before you crash. I ain't about to go into the burning abyss with your ass. No, I'm out, bitch. Let me out, though. Let me out. Ride or die, what? No. He doesn't subscribe to that. We don't subscribe to that shit. Ride or die. So that's where the sadness is coming from, guys. This is somebody who quite literally manifested this relationship in just to fuck it up because they had done no work prior. And unfortunately, you were left with the remains of this crash. You were left with this, to hold this, to deal with this, to question this. You know what I'm saying? See? Yeah. This is somebody who was most certainly dealing with trauma from the past. This is somebody who was operating out of a shadow, which has a lot of trauma attached to it. So for them to ask for a soulmate, this is not somebody who was aware of the work that it takes to truly fulfill and uphold a relationship of this magnitude. Yes, the feelings were real. Absolutely. But they were also wasted, right? So the work that this person would have needed to do prior to asking for you would have allowed them to recognize that you are not the one to have to come in and prove yourself. They would have been able to see your worth straight out the gate. They would have been able to see that you were actually their manifestation in, you know, personified. They would have been able to see that you were their walking manifestation, that you were literally their other half, right? This is somebody who was looking for their better half, asking for it, yielding it to come in. This is actually someone who is sick and tired of going through relationships that fail, that don't really fulfill. But how can you ask for fulfillment when you are a black hole? You got to do the work, beloved. You asking for fulfillment, but the ability for you to be fulfilled is null and void. It's not possible because you're always seeking and searching and needing more. So it's really fucked up, guys. Okay, this is some real messy shit. This is messy. They were most certainly surprised at the chemistry, at the, you know, kind of mirrored energy that the two of you had, how much you had in common, how attractive you were, the attraction between the two of you. And it wasn't just a physical attraction, which only enhanced the chemistry and the energy. And they would give you little glimpses of hope, of light, that this was the deal. This was the real deal, that this was going to pop off, that this was going to happen. However, before you getting there, they did not do the work. Do you understand? So there was no possible way for them to pull this off. And it's sad because I don't even know if this is someone who realizes, you know, the pattern of behavior here. They ask for people and then they fuck it up. They ask for people, then they fuck it up. They ask for people, then they fuck it up. Ask, fuck it up. Ask, fuck it up. The universe is like, no. Hell to the no. You're not fucking up not one more person's life. So this could be someone who is actually in a forceful solitude. They're being forced to be alone. This is someone who may be being forced to sit within themselves. It's not something that they want to do. This is someone who's always searching and seeking and looking and trying to find more, right? This could definitely be someone who is a serial dater, someone who has had lots of relationships, more than you can name, more than you can count. This may be somebody who moves super duper fast. They want to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend the second they fucking meet you. That was a red flag, by the way. If that's your part of the story, right? That's not for everyone, but I just felt the need to say that. It's like, we met 2 months ago. Yeah, but I want to meet your family. What? Bitch, what? Yeah, that's this kind of energy. You're the one. I feel like you're my soulmate. I feel like you're it. And then when you buy into that, right, to the feel it, you feel it as well. You buy into it and then they drop you because they feel like, well, maybe you're not. Maybe something else is better on the other side. It's really fucked up, you guys. And this is somebody who, they have a pattern of doing this. This is a habit of theirs. Oh my gosh. There is an apology coming, guys, okay? I don't believe that the apology is to try and get this relationship going again. I literally feel like this is someone who is recognizing something about themselves that they never knew that they were doing. It's quite sad. It's bringing me down. This is bringing my energy low. Low, low. All right, let's get a little bit of tarot. Let's see what we got going on here. So here's the thing. even though this apology might not be trying, they're not going to outright say they want to get back together or they want to be with you. This is somebody who actually wants to start from scratch and really do things the correct way, because they now recognize, I do feel like some work was done here, guys. I have to be honest with that. I feel like there were some changes that have been made. They may actually have done the work, right? Depending on how long the two of you have been in disconnect, or how long it's been since they started reflecting. But I do feel like necessary changes have been made, changes that would be extremely substantial, to progressing things, but only if you are willing to look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. You know, it feels like it may be too late for most of you. I do believe that they have worked on that shadow, however. Okay, that's just me being honest. They did the same thing to me. So this is definitely someone who, like I said, they were definitely operating out of some traumatic experiences. This may be somebody who was definitely used to rejection, and maybe they had like a glow up or something to where people actually started to feel them, but they still had to be greedy. They still needed more. They still wanted a wife and a girlfriend. They still wanted 2 girlfriends and a mistress. They still wanted, you know? Even though everything that they asked for in this particular manifestation was you, they were given it like as a gift, they could not see it. I feel like they see it now, guys, and yikes. All right, so the influences. So this is what has influenced this person. Yeah, this is definitely, this makes sense. Okay. We have the 3 of Wands. I'm using the Muse Tarot deck, by the way. It's been a domino effect, whatever this person has been experiencing currently. This is why they would have been making all of these necessary changes. It's like one change after another, after another, after another. This is definitely someone who has matured profusely. You might not even recognize this person in conversation because they are speaking totally different. They're saying things that you may have not even known that they recognized in their behavior, in you. Wow. We have, so you see those dominoes down there. That's why I said domino effect. I definitely feel like karma may have really bitten this person in the ass, like straight up, no chaser. Okay. It's a Rottweiler bite, pit bull bite, German Shepherd bite, snake bite, spider bite. Shit put this person in the hospital. Okay. They were down for a while, but it was necessary. And you know what, ma'am, sir, breasties, let me just say this. If you have made these, that's great. If you have made these changes, if you have grown, if you have ascended, right? Beautiful, wonderful. But let me say this, okay? I'll give you A for effort, not for access. That don't mean that Aqua will even look at this again. I'm just gonna tell you, we have done. Okay, not just done, they've done. This may really surprise you, okay? If you still see it for this person, don't get down in the comments, bitch, nah, hell nah. What are you talking about? Then you read them fucking cards, don't it say over it and done? What the hell are you talking about? I'm just speaking for those who may still have an eye for this person, who may still have a soft spot for this person. I do believe that what the two of you were trying to cultivate initially is possible if you will still have it. This is not someone coming in as a false individual, right? This is not a fraudulent character. This is not deception. This is definitely someone coming in extremely humble, okay? With this wealthy man in the reverse, gender doesn't matter. This is the energy. They want to keep it real. We have false person in the reverse. Somebody want to keep it truthful, keep it real, keep it a buck, be vulnerable, be transparent, you know, humble themselves in reference to, you know, who they are and who you are and what has happened, what has transpired. That may be how this offer comes out. You like, offer? Bitch, you ain't say nothing about no offer all this time. I'm just saying. It may be an extremely humble offer. It may actually soften some of you. I'm going to say that, okay? The offer is going to be a gesture as well as an action. It will be both. So the root cause, this was the root cause of this entire demise. We do have the Four of Pentacles. I mean, there's no surprise there. A very, very stingy individual, right? Hand out, but not hand out, right? They're not handing out, but they do have the hand out. But not only that, this is definitely somebody who held back emotionally. You were always guessing if the emotions were there, if the shit was real. Is it just me? Like I said, they would give you little pieces and glimpses of some beautiful ass shit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. But it never lasted very long. Okay. Wow. Their mind would definitely play tricks on them. That mind would tell them there's something better. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe continue to look. Just keep Aqua in your back pocket. Don't really solidify things. Don't make anything too exclusive. Then you can't keep looking like you want to look. Oh, man. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Well, you were actually gold. You wasn't gold plated, goddamn, okay? Wasn't no gold leaf out this bitch. You was actually gold. This is something that they now know. Wow. This person may have experienced a lot of hardships with this very humble behavior of theirs. They were humbled immensely with the things that they have encountered and had to go through during this awakening. That's what I said. I said awakening. I do believe that this is someone who has experienced an awakening, you guys. Okay. And good for them. I'm just going to say that. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have anything to do with them. I'm just going to say that. Ma'am, sir, bruh, sis, please do not get your hopes up, right? Don't do it. Just do not do it. Make those changes and continue to grow for yourself. So past feelings of this connection, duh, right? Nine of Swords. This was a nightmare. Okay? She appears to be sleeping. Standing up. Standing up. She is standing up. Sleep, standing up. You never could quite get comfortable with this person. There wasn't any comfortability in this connection. You were always pins and needles, anxiety, gut feeling, stabbing feeling that this is going to fall through. This is not going to work. Maybe I should do more. Maybe I should call more. Maybe I should get you this. Maybe I should do this. And you're just pouring into that black hole. Man. Let me pull one more. They will acknowledge this. They will validate that, guys. Everything that you've done, everything that you poured into this, everything that you sacrificed yourself, right? Your worth. Okay, you were pouring the cup that you had in the cup for yourself into this person. They will acknowledge that. Queen of Swords. So lots of truthfulness. This is the most transparent conversation that you will ever have with this person, should you allow this conversation to come about. There is a possibility for union. I just have to say that, you know what I'm saying? I know that most of you are looking towards the future, but there has been an awakening here, guys, okay? You may have most certainly been the catalyst for this awakening. they were shown in some kind of way, a sign, a synchronicity, an elder, a mentor, that you were literally what they were asking for years. And they just kind of fumbled it, threw it away, burnt it, gave it away to charity, took it to the Goodwill and never looked back. There is an immense amount of regret there. I just have to say that, okay? I'm just being truthful with y'all. Y'all know I like going in on these people. I'm just being truthful. So there is some reality checks happening, and there is a very deep and heavy conversation. There will be a lot of aha moments in this conversation. This conversation, if you allow it to happen, will shock the shit out of you. I'm just gonna say that. I feel tower moment. This is somebody who is not, they may not even give you a chance to say anything. They're gonna have everything to say. There will be lots of validation, closure, if that's something that you've wanted. And this will be something, I do feel like even if you don't deal with this person again, you may want to just have this conversation so that you're not holding on to these negative emotions of resentment. Like I said, this shit pisses you off anytime you think about it, anytime you hear about it, anytime you talk about it, anytime. And that is something that may continue to happen if you don't allow this conversation. This is somebody who needs to apologize. This is somebody who needs to give this to you. You are owed this, period. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going over to the extended. Let's go ahead and see what the future of this connection looks like. I just want to see, right? Especially for those of you who may have not entirely burnt that bridge. You're like, bitch, he burnt that bridge. She burnt that bridge. I ain't burnt it. I'm just saying. If the bridge is still there, I definitely want to see what the future of this connection looks like, okay? I want to see what they believe your stance will be in all of this. What are their hopes and fears of things for the two of you and the potential outcome? I'll look at both. If you decide to go in the opposite direction, or if you will engage with this again, the potential outcome of this. I'm very interested, guys. This is a very different read. This read has been different than any other read that I've ever done. And the energy definitely feels different as well. So I am intrigued. I want to know. And then we'll get spirit messages for you as well. Okay, let's see what blockages may be in the way or stagnating your success. That can just be in life in general. There's some sort of stagnation, some sort of blockage that they're leading me to. So we're going to look at that. What beauty for your work, your healing work, your shadow work is going to be given to you. If this is your story, then you already know what I am inquiring about. I want to know what good shit is coming in because you have been doing some substantial work on yourself. I also want to see what self-love practice will speed up the momentum towards your divine counterpart, all right? And what the focus advice is from spirit for you to yield true, authentic, divine fulfillment and happiness. Whatever your happiness looks like, whatever that recipe is. How do we get there with the quickness? We're going to look at that, okay? But first, click that like button, click the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you guys over at the extended. I'm going to link it down below. I'll see y'all over there. All right.